Are slipcovers finally dead? Why steelbooks live? In today's physical media news topic video, we talk about why slipcovers seem to be dying out, why steelbooks seem to be getting all the big new announcements, and then we get into a massive rant on why slipcovers dying out is a massive problem for the collecting community. And of course, we talk about the future of slipcovers and steelbooks. Where does physical media packaging go to next? So let's get into it. But first, if you love collecting physical media just like me and being a part of this amazing league of mega film fans where we talk the movies we absolutely love to collect, whether it's DVDs, Blu-rays, 4Ks, you are in the right spot, my mega collecting fan. Go ahead and mega smash that like and subscribe. Turn on that notification bell so you're alerted when a new physical media news topic video breaks. But let's get into it. Now, blockbustering into the news here, we're going to be going into all the trends I've been noticing with physical media and packaging out there recently. And yes, we're going to get into all the dirty details here on why packaging seems to be changing. And first up, we got to talk about the disappearance of slipcovers. Yes, slipcovers are definitely declining out there. Now, it doesn't matter what physical media format you collect for, whether it's DVD, Blu-ray, 4K, I've just been noticing less and less slipcovers out there. It seems like companies, studios, boutique labels are trying to push more fancy packaging, including steelbooks. Yes, a lot of big steelbook announcements recently. I mean, we just got announced A Night Tale on steelbook. I love that movie. That movie's fantastic with Heath Ledger, but that one doesn't seem to have a slipcover announcement. And I think we're going to notice this trend. More and more movies are going to go just the steelbook, like Panic Room got a steelbook. So many of these new announcements are just for steelbooks, no slipcover option. Now, what does that mean for us slipcover collectors out there? Now, I collect everything. To me, it doesn't matter, steelbook, slipcover. I like to mix and match just depending on how I feel the day and the artwork and whatnot. But that means that there's just going to be less options out there for every single consumer. So if you're a person that loves slipcovers, well, you're probably going to be noticing less slipcovers to collect. And not only that, it seems slipcovers have gotten lazier and lazier, where a lot of the times the slipcover is the same artwork when you take it off, same artwork on just the basic standard packaging. So it's like, why the heck did I even pick up a slipcover in the first place? It's the same darn artwork. That's like 90% of the slipcovers out there. Now, once in a while, you'll get a hidden gem out there, I like to call it, with like Mean Girls, where you got the burn book slipcover and it's a different artwork when you take it off. Now, that's a really cool creative idea. I wish they would do that with every single slipcover out there. Do something different, like Real Genius. When that 4K slipcover came out, I'm like, this artwork is a thing of beauty. Let's do this more often. Let's change up the artwork on the slipcovers. Just doesn't happen enough out there. So that's definitely a reason why slipcovers could be declining, is that, hey, why just put on the same artwork and why spend the money to make different artwork? Do collectors really care about it, right? So there might be a disconnect between us collectors and the studios. Maybe they're not realizing what we want with slipcovers. I mean, I even heard of some people getting rid of their slipcovers because they're trying to save space on the shelf. And if it's the same artwork anyway, they're like, why the heck do I need this? So there's something weird going on with the slipcover collecting, and just we want slipcovers. We do. We want that as an option, but we want it done right. We want it to be quality slipcovers, different artwork out there to make it really a great selling point, of course. So that's what I hope with slipcovers. Slipcovers definitely can be annoying occasionally because sometimes they don't do the sizing right and it's like so tight you can't take it out, or sometimes it's just so loose and it just falls off right away. Like they need to get down correctly how to do slipcovers, every single one of these studios and labels, just to make it uniform and to make it work for every single collector out there. I would love to see, once again, a really good slipcover options, but this is not the world we're living in anymore, people, because we're getting a ton of steelbook announcements out there. It seems to be steelbooks are the big selling point now, not just because people are collecting the steelbooks, but I think these studios and boutique labels know they can make some extra money off of these steelbooks by charging a high premium price. And if customers are willing to pay for them, which we've seen with like the Deadpool and Wolverine steelbooks, those were selling like hotcakes. So why not double down and sell more steelbooks, right? I mean, you have the limited Lionsgate line where it's like steelbooks, and I'm like, what the heck? So all these are just getting the steelbook. You're not going to have a UR Next slipcover 4K, a more affordable option out there for me as a collector. Oh my gosh, that just darn sucks, right? I want options for us as a collecting community. So let's get into a massive rant why this can absolutely devastate collecting going forward. So time for a massive rant. And I absolutely want slipcovers and steelbooks to coexist. I want us to have options as collectors out there. That is so darn important because we want more choices for the consumer. When we got more choices for the consumer, guess what? You get to save money as a collector because then they got to adjust prices accordingly. You can't just have, $80 steelbooks, right? If you have a backup slipcover option, maybe that one's a little bit cheaper, right? You get that different option. And I notice when I'm looking for a movie and maybe it's a blind buy and I see there was a steelbook and slipcover option, I have to pick between the two. If I really love the movie, then I would go for the steelbook, right? Because especially if it's a really cool design, I'm gonna get the use out of it. But if it's a blind buy, as I mentioned, then maybe I'll just go with the slipcover, the cheaper option, but I still get exposed to the movie, and that's really cool. But if you make everything super expensive steelbook out there, guess what? I'm gonna have to be really picky and choosy on what physical media I'm picking up now. It's not like I can get a steelbook for everything. I can't buy a $60 steelbook for every single movie out there. Heck no, that ain't going to happen. So now I have to really do my research beforehand, preview the movie beforehand, and then really, decide, hey, maybe this will be the couple steelbooks I get for the month or whatnot, right? Whereas if I had slipcover options too, I could pick up more movies with the slipcovers on them, still have really cool, packaging, at least some kind of packaging, and that would be awesome. I just love choices and options as a consumer. Like A Knight's Tale coming out the 4K steelbook. Do I really need a steelbook of that one? I already have a Blu-ray, so I'm like, oh man, I love this movie. It's actually one of my favorites. I love the rock and roll music with the jousting. It's just so fun. And I'm like, you know what? I think that would sound amazing on the 4K disc and could look really, really cool with just kind of the period piece and the costumes they have in there. I think that could be awesome on 4K. So I want to see the 4K disc, but I don't want to pay for the steelbook pricing. Like I said, I already got a Blu-ray. I think they're going with steelbooks, hardcore, and I don't like to see that. I like more options for consumers. I want slipcover options, and I want them to be good slipcover options. Once again, give me different artwork on the inside, like be a little creative with it. So it's a selling point. We get more people wanting to collect these movies because if they do the bare minimum and they charge extra, that means collectors are going to pull out of the collecting market. We're not going to be picking up as many titles, and that could destroy the collecting industry as we know it. And that is not good, right? We love this community. We want to be collecting the movies we absolutely love to talk about, but it has to be at a reasonable price, as simple as that. I want to get more people into the collecting community, and it's tough when it's like, hey, you know what? I like this movie. Where is it available at on physical media? Hey, you can pick up this $60 steelbook right here. What the hell? No, I don't want to pick it up for that price, right? Like we need to be reasonable here so we have options to get more people into this collecting community. That's all I'm saying here. That's all I'm saying. But let's get into talking about the future of collecting. Where do slipcovers, steelbooks go next? Packaging all around. What's happening? Let's talk about it. All right, so talking about the future of packaging, where do I see this all going next? Well, I do think there's going to be a double down of steelbooks here in the future. I think studios, boutique labels are going to be pushing the most premium packaging because they know we're a niche market, we're a small market, and they still want to make money. They're going to try to get as much milk money out of us collectors as possible. So they're going to push those premium products, and that is a darn shame because we need people willing to buy physical media. We need options for consumers out there. So we want to have different options. We want slipcover options. We want steelbook options. We want Blu-ray options, 4K options, DVD options. Just give us a bunch of different options so then these consumers have a choice, they work within their budget, and they're able to still pick up the movie they love. That's all I want. Isn't that a nice future? A nice future of options and choices. I think we could do this, right? Can't we do this, studios and boutique labels? But no, I think their greed is taking over. I think they just want to go ahead and manufacture one item, most premium, expensive item, and they're thinking that consumers are still going to buy it. And maybe they're right. Maybe consumers are all going to buy these really expensive steelbooks just to get the new format discs, right? But I will not. I personally will not. I will wait till those steelbooks get super discounted, right, in some kind of deal or sale, or I will miss out on them. Simple as that. I will miss out on the limited edition steelbook, even though they're not really limited edition anymore. They always reprint them later anyway, or at least half the time. So yeah, hey, but heck, if I miss out, I miss out on one. Whatever, we move on to the next one. But I want a message that we need to have options for consumers out there to keep the collecting market strong. We need people collecting both slipcovers and steelbooks, all the different formats out there to keep this a strong collecting community. That's the only way to sustain this industry here. Let's not gouge people on prices. If you are with me out there in the comments below, let me know. You guys think prices are out of control? You guys think that these premium editions are not good for the industry as a whole? Well, you got to share that in the comments below, because once again, these are my thoughts, but I got to hear the thoughts of the community out there. Are you guys willing to pay for all those expensive premium steelbooks, or do you want some other options like slipcovers that might be a little bit cheaper? We got to hear that in the comments below. Let's respond to each other, get that organic conversation going, and that way we get this information and news out to more people. So maybe these studios and labels will start to listen to us, and they will actually provide us more choices. That would be fantastic, right? And then, of course, if you haven't already, go ahead and mega blockbust that like and subscribe. Turn on that notification bell so you're alerted when more physical media news drops. And of course, have a great day watching and talking the movies, my friends. And of course, you love this physical media topic. Go ahead and mega smash some more videos right now. And thank you so much, my mega membership supporters. If you love talking and collecting movies, consider joining the Mega League of Film Fans through memberships to support content creation while gaining access to perks like shoutouts, exclusive videos, and future topic choices.